Thank you very much. My name is Jasper Schipperijn and I'm a professor here at the Department of Sports Science and Clinical Biomechanics. Looking at all your other slides, I'm very clear that my slides are very boring and I should have put some pictures in there. In short, my research interests, they come very much from the environmental side of behavior change. So I'm originally, my degree is in forestry and my PhD degree is in landscape architecture, but work now within health science. But I still very much in the work that we do, we come from how does changing the environment influence the behavior of people, and how can we both evaluate projects where the environment has changed, so a natural experiment, and what does that then mean for behavior, but also as researchers, for example, we've done quite a number of projects with schoolyards. If we provide schools with a new schoolyard where we really try to optimize the schoolyard for certain activities, can we actually measure and see a change in behavior? So a lot of the work we do are built environment interventions before, after, where obviously, and that's another important part of my research interest, developing and using methods to actually be able to measure physical activity behaviors in their context, in their environmental context, is very important to me. And where I see a very clear relation to driven and to what a number of you have already been talking about is, as I said, a lot of the things we do are in relation to the environment, but obviously there are a lot of other behavioral drivers. And what I would think would be really interesting is if we, in some of our projects, can really improve the motivational side of things, where I think most of you have your key research interest and experience, but we are, on our end, we have a lot less experience in that end. So I think combining those two in projects would be really interesting. Potentially also expanding that then with the sort of the third part, the capabilities. There might be, again, other projects where training certain skills are important to see if we can change the behavior. And then perhaps in a slightly different way or different angle, a lot of the environment or behavior change models that at least we've come across, especially looking at more from a behavioral point of view, they seem very focused on motivation, and very rarely it seems that the environment, especially the built environment or physical environment, is part of these models. So concept development or perhaps even theory development is sort of how does that interact? Which role does the environment play in combination with skills and with motivation are some of the fields that we are very interested in. Thank you.